because you do it very well, really.
Hello, good night.
What is your dream?
When I stand here, facing these blinding lights and this immense audience I can barely see, the first thing I think is, how did I get here? My name is Elena. I'm 57 years old, and what I bring with me isn't just a pet, but my lifelong companion, my parrot, whom I call Amadeus. I look at Amadeus, perched on my shoulder, and remember every night I cried silently when I thought I no longer had the strength to go on. If I'm here today, it's because of him. I want to tell you a story. Our story. I don't come from an easy life. I grew up in a poor neighborhood where working from a young age was more of a necessity than a choice. My father died when I was 13, and my mother raised 5 children alone. I was the eldest, so in a way, I stopped being a child before my time. Between washing other people's clothes, cleaning houses, and taking care of my siblings, I learned to live with a heart full of responsibilities and an empty stomach most of the time. When I was 22, I got married, believing I'd found a way out, but what I found was a home of screams, closed doors, and blows that hurt more to my soul than my skin. I was trapped for many years in a relationship where my laughter faded a little more each day. But I don't want this to sound like an irrecoverable tragedy, because even in the midst of darkness, life sometimes puts small lights in your path. One of those lights was Amadeus. I found him in the most unexpected way. A neighbor told me that at a market, they were selling an old, sick parrot with no feathers and several parts of its body. That animal won't last, they told me. But when I got closer and saw him, there was something in his eyes. I don't know how to explain it. It was as if he and I shared the same tiredness, the same invisible wounds. It was a reflection of my own life. So, even though I barely had any money left, I bought it. I took it home, and that's when a story I'd never imagined began. For the first few months, Amadeus did nothing. He didn't speak. He didn't make a single sound. He just looked at me. And I, on those nights when the banging and screaming from my house left me broken, would sit across from him and talk. I told him my fears, my secrets, my dreams that seemed impossible. Amadeus never responded, but he listened. I know. He was my silent confidant. Over time, I began to regain a little strength. I broke up. It was the hardest and most liberating decision of my life. I had nothing. No house, no stability, not even a clear direction. I only had Amadeus. We went hungry together. We were cold. There were nights when I barely had a piece of bread to eat, and I would break it in two, giving him half. Sometimes I thought I wouldn't be able to survive. But when I saw him in his cage, still, with those eyes that seemed to tell me, hold on a little longer, I found the reason to continue. And one day, it happened. I remember it was a rainy afternoon. The house I was renting was leaking, and I was sitting on the floor crying because I didn't know how to pay the next month. I closed my eyes, and suddenly, I heard a note. A single note, clear, strong, like an instrument. I opened my eyes in confusion, and it was Amadeus. I couldn't believe it. He wasn't speaking, he wasn't repeating words like common parrots. He was singing, a short but perfect melody. I cried so much that day because I realized he too had been saving his voice, like me. From then on, every day I discovered something new. Amadeus didn't sing just anything, he sang opera. I don't know how he learned it, perhaps from a previous owner, perhaps fate, but he did it with a power that shook me. I listened to him and felt that those notes were a mirror of my own life. The pain, the struggle, the hope. Over time, I began taking him to parks and squares. People stopped in surprise. Some cried, others applauded, and I saw how through his singing, my own wounds were also healing. It was as if Amadeus was teaching me that even if you've been silenced, there's always a moment when your voice returns, stronger than ever. But life continued to be hard. I lost jobs, I had to move countless times. There was even a day when I thought about selling him because I needed money to survive. But when I looked into his eyes, I understood that he and I were inseparable. If he had sung for me, I had to fight for him. And here we are. Today, standing on this stage is not an act of pride, but of gratitude. Because I want the world to see what I've seen all these years, that even the most fragile, the most wounded, can be transformed into something beautiful, powerful, and unforgettable. I'm not a singer, I'm not an artist, I'm an ordinary woman, a survivor. But he is my miracle with wings. Many believe that an animal can't change a life. I'm here to tell you that it can. Amadeus taught me that pain is not an end. It's just the silence before a new song. When things get dark, when it seems like there's no more hope, an unexpected voice can always emerge. And that voice, even if it comes from a small parrot, can remind us that we're still alive, that we can get back up, that there's always beauty waiting for us. So, with all my heart, I present to you my companion, the parrot who learned to sing opera, the friend who gave me back my life, the miracle born from pain. Now, I want to show you how Amadeus sings.
Let's start with this.
My yes. For me, it's a yes. I'm gonna give you a yes.
I have nothing else to say. I give you a yes.
Yes.